I'm Tom Johnson, Thomas Johnson Antique Furniture Restoration in Gorham, Maine. This is a nice little desk clock. It's a Telechron from about 1936 called a pyramid case. There's a little plate that goes here. And the clock itself is in pretty good shape. It's been restored. What I've got to do is restore the case. And it's just beat up. It has a lot of chipping and scratches. And on the back, where this setting stem comes out, someone had dug this out in order to get it out. And I've got to repair that. So, what to do about this hole here? You know, I think the first thing I'm going to do is put the works back in here and carefully mark where that stem exits this case. You can see it's not in the center of that hole. It's way down near the bottom there. Now, how can you drill a ragged hole like that? Well, there's a couple different ways, things that you could do, but what I'm going to do is cut a piece of dowel and use 5-minute epoxy to glue that dowel in there. And then that will give me a way to use a brad point bit, because of the center there, to drill it. Okay, I've got to drill a larger hole around this, kind of like a countersink type of effect, just like these others. So when drilling a larger hole, around the smaller hole, your bit can skip out easily. So what I do is I reverse the bit at first, try to get it started. See, it's made the indentation there. Yay, it worked. And you can just screw the knob on there. It looks like I need a little putty right here. Now I'll clean the entire case with some crud cutter. Alright, now I'm going to sand with 220. Now I'm going to wipe this off with a Mohawk wax wash remover, and it's just it must be related to paint thinner, but it helps clean any contaminants off of here. I don't know that I have any contaminants. I want to get some stain on the repair area. I'm going to use some dye stain, perfect brown, thinned out a bit. Now this was most likely finished with nitrocellulose lacquer, and my aerosols are acrylic lacquer. So I resurrected my little touch-up gun, and I've got it loaded up with conventional nitrocellulose lacquer. All right. Off camera, I put a second coat on the clock case. So now I'm going to sand it. Yeah, now you're better able to see the, the crazes and cracking in the old finish. And I can also see now where my touch-up's better here in this area. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand this with 500 grit and a gray pad, and then do the touch-ups. Alright, I'm going to let this dry, check my touch-ups, then I'm going to put 2 or 3 more coats on it today. Alright, I've let this dry overnight. I'm going to see if I can rub it out. I'm going to start by sanding with 1200 wet or dry paper, using water as a lubricant. Now I'm going to use a medium grade compound. This compound happens to be black, I like that. And I'm going to use a white Scotch-Brite pad to apply it. I'll stick with water as a lubricant. Okay, I think I'll put the works back in it. Well, there you go. A really nice Art Deco desk clock, Telecron electric from 1936. You know, the case was just beat up a bit, you know, from use. Had some like dents along the edges, scratches, chips, and of course the back had been gouged out where the adjustment stem goes. All those battle scars are still there. I sprayed a few coats of lacquer on it and I've rubbed it out. It looks great, but it's still original and I think it looks pretty good.